Summertime in Florida, aka the time we spend playing fun summer bops to distract us from the natural disasters trying to kill us all the time. We're going to go through the 5 easy summer bops you should probably learn on guitar. If you've never seen my channel before, basically we have live shows every week. Some of them are kind of like these residencies in like restaurants and stuff. Otherwise, we just kind of play on the street and busk. So usually people will request things. We take requests all the time. So I'm just going to kind of go through 5 of what I see being the most commonly requested songs that get the biggest reaction, okay? Now, this is in no way a personal endorsement of me saying I enjoy these songs. So don't get that confused right off the bat. Let's start off with the most recent one, Watermelon Sugar, Harry Styles. Okay, people love the song. It's great. It's only 4 chords. D minor 7 is how we're gonna play it. To A minor 7, to C major, to G. Okay. Now it's got kind of a really cool funk guitar in it that sets it off. So there's a couple different ways that you can play it. Generally, I'll play it something that sounds like this. So, you know, adding a little stank on it. So, again, the strumming pattern is probably what you're going to want to spend the most time on because that's the whole song, guys. It's just D minor 7. So right here, I'm going to bar the 5th fret and then hammer on my middle finger to 6B and my ring finger to 7D at the same time. Okay? It's tasty. Like watermelon sugar. A phrase no one's ever said before until this became a song. Fruit sugars, natural sugars, that's what you want. Doesn't matter if it's in watermelon or an orange. So again, I'm trying to get a little bit of that, you know, where it's like, you can play it like that, just like super funk style, where you're just getting the 10th fret on the highest 3 strings. But again, that doesn't really work as like an accompaniment. You want the bass notes in there. So again, I'm playing this D minor. You can play this D minor if you want. 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, a lot of muting in there, just 2 bars of each chord. Then I'm gonna go to A minor. You can play A minor 7. I usually play this voicing of an A minor. I think it sounds really great, accompanying there. Plus it's right in the ballpark here. Again, middle finger on the A on the E string, 5E, ring pinky, 5D and G, middle pointer finger, 3rd fret on the B string. Okay, same strumming pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and to a C with a G in the bass. To a G major chord. And then just repeat Watermelon Sugar high for as long as people can stand it. Okay? So, speaking of sugary drinks, cranberry juice has made its way into the news in the last year. So Dreams by Fleetwood Mac is going to be the next one, all right? Super easy, F to G, that's the whole thing. F chord to a G chord. Now you can play the easier F to G chords. I like to save these for the chorus. I also have a video on just kind of how to make this particular song more interesting because this has always been a crowd pleaser, even before the viral TikTok. And again, I think a lot of these will benefit from a little bit different strumming arrangements. Most of the time when I start playing off Dreams, it'll sound like this. To kind of add a rhythm to it. Again, I go over that stuff more in that other video. So like I said, I'll link you to that if you want to learn kind of more stuff you can do with that song. But again, the whole thing is just F to G. Okay, so again, I like playing this F, especially on these like marathon, like 3+ hour gigs and stuff. This F, that's not a bar chord, is your best friend right here. So pointer finger 1B, middle finger 2G, pinky and ring finger 3D and A. And then just move it 2 frets higher for the G. I think it's actually easier to do that than play F to G. Okay, now what I'll do is when the thunder only happens when it's raining part, that's when I'll switch to an open G and then come back F to G. Again, these are super easy bops. Everybody loves the song if you can get a singer that can slay it like I have the luxury of having. Generally, I do not perform these songs on my own. Maybe I should. Maybe that could be a separate video of me busking my own songs that I usually have a girl slaying, right? G, F to G. That's it, okay? So, now another one that is requested a lot is Dance Monkey by Tones and I, which is, I prefer to call it Me and Tones. But apparently Tones and I is the proper way to put that. Little kids love the song for whatever reason, all right? I think the best way to do this is to put it in power chords. Because we have an F sharp minor and a C sharp minor in it, which for a lot of people it's like, these chords aren't easy. So it starts off F sharp minor. We can replace that with an F sharp power chord. Second fret on the low E string is the F sharp, okay? Then we have the fourth fret on the A string. You can play it with your ring finger or your pinky. We're gonna play the whole song with just this shape, okay? So it goes F sharp, D, E, C sharp, minor. The F sharp and the C sharp are minor chords. That's why we're using power chords. It doesn't matter if they're major or minor because it's going to sound like this. And then we can kind of change it up a little bit. But again, the core of it is just these 4 spots with the same chord. Okay, so think of the root notes. 2 on the low E string is your F sharp. 5 on the A string is your D for D major. 7 is E, or you could just go open E on the E string and then end up on 4 on the A string. That's what the C sharp is. So dance for me, dance for me, dance for me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Something about a monkey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Kids love this song. I don't know why, but like I think it's just anything about a monkey. I guess if I were a kid and there was a song about a dancing monkey, I'd be all about it too. But if you can kind of get these muted, it kind of gives it a vibe. And then maybe switch the second time to 5A, open E. And then start again. Again, it's the whole thing. The whole thing is just a loop, okay? People love Dance Monkey. Tones and I. Interesting name. I should talk. My band's name is the Emeryld Ryders. So why am I making fun of Tones and I? No idea. Self-awareness, people. It's also going to help you get through the summer. All right? So, we got those. Now, the most requested song, I was surprised that this is the most requested song. Valerie, Amy Winehouse. Technically Mark Ronson featuring Amy Winehouse. But literally every show, someone will request Valerie. They'll do it multiple times a show. I was very surprised by this when it first started happening. Luckily, we knew it. And of course, now we play it every show because we're just waiting for someone to request Valerie. Now, there's a lot of different ways to play it. We're going to do an easy way to play it. I do teach this on my Patreon, the way that we do it, where it's like... which I think is kind of a little bit more of a vibe, but it's really just D major to E minor. Then E minor. Then we stay on D, E minor. Okay, so that's the verse and the chorus, right? Just D to E minor. Simple enough. Now, there is a pre-chorus part, G to F sharp. Just power chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4 the third time. 1, 2, 3, 4, the same thing. But now we go to A. A, I like to raise the melody. It's really just an A major chord. And then we're going to grab the 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, and then back to D for the Valerie part. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, second bar, a 3rd bar, 4th bar, E minor. So 4 bars of each. D to E minor, and then we just have power chords, G to F sharp, A, raise it. So that's probably the most complicated song of these summer bops. Everything else can just be looped, but this is a really great one to learn, okay? Now, so those are your 4 most famous summer bops. The next one brings it down a little bit. It's a tearjerker, okay? Again, I was also surprised that people request this all the time. It's a Coldplay song. Not too super surprising. Everybody loves Coldplay, am I right? Yellow. People request Yellow by Coldplay more than any other Coldplay song, which is funny because you'd think, you know, today they have more popular songs, and this is off their first album, which is a phenomenal album, right? So the way that we play Yellow, I believe we do it in the key of D, right? So again, this is another one with like 2 parts, technically 2.5 parts, but it's really, really easy, right? D major to A major, then to G. I think we actually might play a capo on 1, but again, this is just key of D chords, right? Now, I think the strumming is really important when it comes to Coldplay stuff because they have such a signature timing in a lot of it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. That is like the Cold. It's not like they're the first ones to use it, but that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. What is it like? I think then it goes to right. Again, that's a different song, but that pattern, that 3, 3, and 2 to do 2 bars of 4 is very signature. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and A. Then go to G. What was it? It was all yellow, right? Now again, this is a great way to go into the transition into the next part, okay? So it's a little bit more complicated than just one loop, but I think it's worth it to learn from the verse, I guess, to the chorus. And again, it's just a D. I'm grabbing the 3rd fret on the high string with my pinky to make a D sus4, and then I'm grabbing an inversion. So we're staying on a D chord, but we're walking it higher into the next part. So D, suspended, inversion. And then we go to the chorus. G, B minor, A, G, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, G, B minor, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, Coldplay style, straight. Okay, so again, that's a really great way to kind of mix up your strumming. We have the G has that Coldplay 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and then B minor to A have just 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The time signature is not changing. I can't stress that, but the dynamics and how it's strummed is changing, which is part of, you know, the reason why you can make these 5 summer bops that everybody should know, and then kind of make them all sound a little different, so it doesn't sound like you're playing the same guitar thing over and over again, right? G, 2, 3, G, 2, 3, G, 2, B, minor, A, G. And then my favorite part about this song is the verses. Remember, they were D to A, right? Then back to G. If we were to label those in the key of D, this is the best way to remember stuff. If this doesn't make sense to you, check out my Patreon. It'll change your life. If D is the first chord, what are G and A? D, E, F, G, and A. So it's a 1-4-5, which is the simplest chord progression in all of music. But on the outro, they hit him with the 1 chord. Oh, the minor 5 chord. We switched it to A minor. I love that move. Right? Look how the stars, look at the stars, look how they shine for you. Dancing around with a bunch of monkeys, eating that watermelon sugar in your dreams, doing it for Valerie. You know what I'm saying? So, again, those are probably the 5 most requested songs that we've been getting on the street, at the gigs, stuff like that. They always get a good reaction, and they're super easy to learn, so it just makes sense to spend a little bit of time and check it out. I'm rocking out the Cort A6 Gold acoustic guitar. This is a really great guitar that sounds a lot more expensive than it actually is, which is what you're looking for, as I just broke something off camera. Don't worry about that. But yeah, rocking the Cort. If you're interested, check out the link in the description, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.